Well, Gary, did that mad 2 minutes in the first half ultimately give you too much to do?
Well, I think it did, and I felt as though first half we just perhaps didn't play with quite enough belief and quite enough quality and composure on the ball at times. Made some poor decisions, but I think led to one of the goals certainly. I was disappointed really. I think if you looked at, we had a fantastic chance with Jack McGowan. Their keeper made a brilliant save, and I think if that had gone in at 1-0, would have been a very important goal for us. As it was, I think there was a clear foul on Thomas in the lead up to the first goal, which we were disappointed about. And the second goal with Broke had a shot. It hits Dawson on the arm that's a foot away from his body, and again you have to work out what the rules are and how you interpret that. So it's either a penalty or not. But they end up breaking down our right-hand side and end up scoring from it very quickly afterwards. So, like you say, we're a little bit naive at times. We've allowed people to run into areas that perhaps we needed to do something about and stop. But I think first half Hull were very good, and I can't take any credit away from them. I think they were the best side first half we've played. Second half asked for a little bit of character from the players. We had nothing to lose. I thought we got into some terrific areas and just were a little bit shot shy today, and perhaps wanted to overplay and make another pass or make another run when pulling the trigger might have been the better option, and one goal would have got us back into it. But as it was, we couldn't quite manage it.
I suppose when you come into places like this, because Hull will probably feel that they're going to be right up there at the end of the season, it's those fine margins that you perhaps need to go your way.
Well, it is. Yeah, it's absolute fine margins. And you need one or two decisions, and I felt on the whole the referee didn't have his best game. I think Dawson's dived in to stop a shot, and his arms were up in the air and it's hit his arms and he's give a corner. I think Dawson forearm smashed Thomas and split his lip open, and he booked him. But again, they're just the fine margins that might turn a game. But I think in terms of the play, Hull just were a little bit stronger than us, I think, physically, and maybe ran a little bit harder and more aggressively. And that was probably the difference today. But again, you've got to remember this is a team that have come down from the Premier League. They've got oodles of quality in the team. You only have to look at their bench to see exactly what they're about. And we've more than matched them. And like you say, 2 or 3 minutes of naivety, stupidity, whatever you call it, has cost us a game.
But I suppose if we're thinking of the wider situation, to be disappointed to drop down to 6th shows how far that the team has come.
Yeah, well, if you'd have said to me we're going to win our 4 games previous to the whole game and lose 2-0 and play okay, then I would have certainly not been too disappointed with that. We knew this was probably going to be our hardest away game of the season. And sometimes you have to just take it on the chin. We're disappointed. We're disappointed as a group in there. I think we came into the game in not ideal circumstances. I think, Dimmy had a migraine yesterday. I don't think was quite right. Thomas has strapped up his thigh, well, I thought he was excellent. But we've had 3 or 4 that have not perhaps been at 100%. I just felt early on in the game you could see there was a little bit of a lack of energy with us. Maybe the games have just caught up with us in this small period. But certainly I can't take any credit away from Hull. They were excellent, and we've got to aspire to be as good as that.